Well, welcome back, YouTube friends and family. And if you're new to my channel, welcome. So glad you're here. So the day has arrived today. I'm actually going to be putting on the glitter top coat, which is what you saw me stirring in the introduction. Now it has a bluish hue out of the can, but I have a feeling it won't be blue when I finish. It's also quite thick. So I'm kind of curious to see, how this is going to look. So I'm starting out with a clean foam roller. And yeah, try to get this wet up good. And then let's take a look at how this is going to look. So let me pop you down here. Ready? Okay, it's going to be hard to tell until it dries some, I have a feeling. And I have to say, guys, I have put so many coats on this. I ended up with 6 on the dresser, or the vanity, but I'm super happy with it. Like, I'm not unhappy with that. I wanted it to be lots of thin coats that dried well, and I did not want to be disappointed. So it's kind of hard to tell, but it looks like the glitter, and I stirred and stirred. You got to get it even, so this may be a whole thing, but thankfully I'm only doing the drawer fronts, and I wanted to at least let one dry because I think I'm also going to do the top of the dresser. So this is going to be, yeah, a whole bunch of rolling again. But projects like this are so satisfying. I shared in my last video, this desk will be 80 years old in October. I bought it at a used furniture store. My son used it as his homework desk growing up. And now I'm going to repurpose it and use it for many more years to comment. I actually used it for a period of time for a computer desk, so this has been well loved and well used and is still in great shape. I had shared that the knobs that I purchased didn't fit. Okay, I'm a little embarrassed, guys. I decided to try one just to see like if the screw would go in, because after I thought about it, I thought, well, the knob doesn't fit flush to the drawer. And yeah, fits perfectly. So I did not have to exchange the knobs. I did take a peek to see if I could find something in a crystal look. That was what I really wanted. But I couldn't find anything I loved enough to pay $5 to $6 a knob for. So I decided the silver looked quite lovely. And I think with the glitter, that's going to be enough bling. So I'm going to keep working on these drawer fronts and let this one dry, and then kind of make a decision as to whether or not I want to put it on the top of the vanity as well. So stay tuned. All right, look at the beautiful gleaming glitter that's going to match my drapes so perfectly. That was simply one coat. I have done all of the drawer fronts. This is pretty thick, and I'm thinking one is going to be enough. But I think I am going to add it to the top of the vanity simply because with the thickness of it and the fact that it is a top coat, so to speak, I think it's going to do a good job sealing the wood. So stay tuned. All right, we have the coats on all the drawer fronts and the top of the desk. Let me just show you how pretty the glitter actually is going to be once it starts to dry. So this was my test drawer. So I'm gonna let this dry and then see what needs to be touched up, but I really think due to the thickness, one coat is gonna be plenty. Well, I wanted to show you all where I am today with the vanity. So I was able to find crystal knobs, believe it or not, at TJ Maxx for less than the little silver knobs. So I was super tickled with that. I made myself a runner, which is also glittery, to put on the top. And then down here, I did have to order a stool, but what's cool about this is it has storage. And yeah, The fur probably needs a good brush. It's more unruly than Frankie, so. But it fits underneath perfectly, and I'm super happy. So I'm waiting on the mirror to come. So while I wait on that, I have a big project to do, and I thought I would share it with you. So stay tuned. Welcome back. So I'm a little embarrassed to share this with you, but I'm a real person and I try to represent myself as a real person. So I'm going to show you my one of my dirty little secrets, and that is my makeup. So in my defense, you see all these suitcases? In my working life, until I retired, I traveled for my job. I've shared that before. But I took a lot of different kinds of trips. So some would be like 1 to 2 overnights. Then I had a 3 to 4. Then I had the California trip, which I took once a month to the home office. Then I had a different kind of trip that was a car trip, you know, a drive trip. So I wasn't flying and was less concerned about sizes of products, compactness, because I could just leave it in the trunk, whatever. So all of this isn't even all of it, guys. Some of it was empty, so I didn't have to like show it to you. But inside these are a lot of my travel products. Now, I have not traveled for 2 years. So I'm thinking a lot of things such as lotions, etc., may be spoiled, rancid, whatever, and need to go to the trash can. But here's my other dirty little secret. Are you ready? Let's see if I can tip you down. Okay, I'll hold it up for you. So this is one of 2, and I use this term loosely, makeup organizers. So here's my other one. So what has happened is perhaps I buy a product, I don't like it, it goes back in here. I've never been a heavy makeup wearer. Pardon me. However, now that I'm retired and I have more time, and also because the ring light totally washes me out, I find that I'm enjoying wearing makeup a little bit more. But this is such a hot mess, guys. I don't even know personally what to do with it. So what I've done is I've laid out 2 bath towels just to protect my carpet in case something leaks. I don't want to get eyeshadow or powder or foundation or whatever on. And I'm going to separate these into categories. So, you know, eyeshadows for 1, eyeliners 1, foundation, blushes. And then I'll be able to evaluate what needs to go, what can stay. And then I did purchase some drawer organizers for my vanity, and I'm going to get everything put away in a way that I can use and enjoy it. Anything that's brand new that I don't like. So I've done cosmetic subscription boxes, and the reason I don't have it anymore, not only from a cost standpoint, but also I kept getting products that I didn't like or weren't my colors or were wrong for my skin type because I have very dry skin. So some of these products are brand new, and I'll be able to give them to some of my girlfriends or my girlfriend's daughter, you know, so there's a use for it. It's not going to totally go to waste. So yeah, I'm going to get busy here. And once I get these empty, yeah, they need a good wash. The 2 that I have, if I decide to reuse them, and I do think at least one of the 2 will fit in the drawer, but I'd like to keep everything like off the top of the vanity and just have my mirror. So I have ordered what's called a Hollywood mirror. So that's a mirror that has the bulbs around it. If y'all could see what I'm using now, I mean, I have this little bitty mirror, and you know, it's not going to work in here. And I need lots of light because I'm old and I don't see well. So I chose a not a cheap mirror, I will say, with the LED bulbs, but I chose one with replaceable bulbs. So if you're in the market for a makeup mirror, and I'll share more when it actually arrives, That's one thing you want to be aware of. A lot of these mirrors that are even $200, you can't replace the bulbs. So when they're out, you know, you're done. And I don't think a $200 item is disposable. So at any rate, I'll share the mirror when it actually comes. A lot of them have like Wi-Fi capability, touchscreen, USB ports. You can charge your phone while you're, you know, putting on your makeup because you're sitting down. At least your phone's right there. You can remember to do it. So there's a lot of benefits to some of the new style makeup mirrors. I've never owned one, so I'm pretty excited about it. So I better get cracking here. This vanity project, if y'all knew how many days, I did a part 1. Then the first part of this video was the beginning of part 2, which was 2 days ago because I had to let it dry, and it's just been a whole thing. But you know, I love the satisfaction of doing a nice DIY project, and you could keep this a lot less expensive. Like up till now, I haven't spent that much money. I'm actually about $65 since I traded the knobs for the crystal knobs that were actually less expensive. So in the fabric I had on hand that I made the runner with. So other than the mirror, which is a little bit pricey, and we'll talk about that in another video, you know, this has been a very economical project and way cheaper than the vanities that I saw online or at furniture stores. And I will also share, whether you purchase this the vanity online, or whether, you know, like at Amazon, or whether you went to a furniture store, they do not have the high-end Hollywood mirrors. That is a separate purchase. They may have a mirror, but it's just like a mirror. And that, for me personally, does not work because I'm old. So anyway, let me get busy and stop yakking, and I will bring you back to show you my progress. So stay tuned. So for any of you that feel guilty when you start to do a clean out about things you save, I want to share this because I'm quite humbled myself. So I cleaned out my big suitcase, and I want to share with you what I found. We have, of course, the lovely hospital patient belonging bag from 2 years ago. Wait for it. The container that my prescription back brace came in, because we need to save that from 2 years ago. 1,000 Ziploc bags. Now, I would use these actually to separate out outfits, and I know it sounds crazy, but you can roll up knits and put them in bags. So those I will save for future trips. And then, I don't know if I've ever shared this. So I worked for a home care company called Comfort Keepers. I worked at the corporate office, Comfort Keepers Franchising. So each year, we got a lanyard and a name tag with ribbons, like if you're a presenter or a staff member, just to help the franchisees and different people to identify who you were. So yeah, I found 3 of those. The other, I'm not kidding, the other 9 are downstairs. Oh, why I'm saving them, I don't know. I only saved 2014 annual conference. We would do a comfort keeper or caregiver of the year. I don't want to violate anyone's privacy, but I'm going to flip it real quick. So it's just bios and pictures. And that conference must have been in Denver because, yeah, I saved, a whole bunch of things. Like a Denver dining guide and a Denver travel book. Like, why? I don't know. So my point is, don't feel bad, guys, when you go through your stuff and you're like, why did I save all this random stuff? I'm sure it had a reason at the time, but yeah, no longer have a reason. So what I've managed to do so far is the 2 acrylic organizers. I have separated everything into categories, and now I am going through my bags. But I just couldn't resist sharing this in case you're feeling a little guilty about some of the things that you happen to save. So stay tuned for more. All right, guys. So I have 1 rotating makeup organizer on the top here that, you know, I'm going to try it and see if I like it. If not, it will get moved to the bathroom for skincare. And then each drawer I have organized with little dividers for different products. I still have a lot of empty space, which is a good thing. So, woo, got crooked here. Let me sit down. This is going to be a bad video. So, what's left in my project? Well, on Monday, I'm getting my Hollywood light. So that has to be installed. Once that's installed, then I can decide how much room I will have left on the top of the vanity. Do I like the everything visible, or would I prefer to hide it? And I certainly have plenty of room, and I had the little organizer trays left over, so really pleased with everything thus far. So I think I'm not going to post this video yet. I'm going to wait until the light is installed and give you my final feedback, and also be able to share with you my honest review of the Hollywood mirror, and whether or not I would want to share the Amazon affiliate link. I wouldn't care to share it, but if it's not a good product, I hate doing that. So stay tuned for Monday. I will be recording it, and I'm not sure what day I'll be putting it up. So stay tuned. Well, the day's finally come for the big reveal of my makeup vanity. So in full disclosure, I do have a Hollywood mirror, which is just a mirror with lights around it, coming. It was supposed to be here on Monday. That didn't happen. I tried to cancel the order a different one. They said, oh no, it's on the way. So it was supposedly shipped today. Today is Wednesday, and it's not going to be here till next Monday. So I thought, you know what, I'm just going to go ahead and share. So are you ready? It really turned out lovely. So I did buy the crystal knobs instead of the metal knobs. I like these much better. I found these at a great bargain, cheaper than the little silver knobs at TJ Maxx. I have a lot of things on the top here, things I like to look at and enjoy, but the finish, as you see, just turned out lovely. I have a little stool here as well that actually has a place for storage, which I have not used yet. So I think, let me back up and give you the full view. All in all, this really turned out to be a pretty project that was well worth my time. So, including the knobs, all the painting supplies, rollers, brushes, everything, I spent $66. Now, that does not include the mirror that will be coming, but I think that that was a great price. The stool I got for $39, so, you can just say roughly $100 to redo this entire vanity, which is now solid wood. So I hope you all enjoyed this little project. Now that the vanity looks so nice, the walls need painted. So I still have a lot of indoor projects I would like to work on, but it's garden season, so that is going to come first, but I will get back to it. So thank you for watching today. Don't forget, if you haven't already, smash that like button. Leave me a comment below. What do you think of my repurposed desk into a makeup vanity? And as always, be healthy, be well, be blessed, and I'll see you all very soon.